League of Legends fans will remember MSI 2019 for a very long time. From Liquid's impossible upset over tournament favorites Invictus Gaming,
haters be silenced, expectations be damned. One of the biggest moments in League of Legends history as Team Liquid take down the reigning world champs.
to G2's historic win.
This is what peak League of Legends looks like, and it comes from Europe. A world record. G2 Esports 3-0 will win MSI 2019.
An NA versus EU Grand Final is what most Western fans dream of, and Liquid and G2's unexpected climb to the top has a lot of people saying that the mythical gap, the difference in skill between the West and Korea, may have finally closed. But has it?
Where were you when the West rose up to conquer champions?
First of all, what is the gap? The term started out as a way for League fans to describe the difference between Korea's most dominant teams and everybody else. But after 2018 that saw China dominate the West's greatest teams, fans started to lump the two biggest Asian regions together. The gap hadn't closed, there was just one more opponent on the other side. It was China and Korea, and then everybody else.
Over the past months, we have been seeing some very, very big changes in the offseason, and the most important one, and definitely the most shocking one, must have been Caps joining G2 and Perkz moving to the bottom lane position.
Hello everybody, this is Carlos Wetselaar. We have decided to make an incredibly radical lineup change, and I know not everybody's on board with this change, but we definitely are, and are very confident that this is the right choice. So with this lineup, we intend to accomplish what is and has always been a dream of ours, and a dream of mine personally, which is winning worlds.
I don't think anyone saw that coming. I mean, how can you take one of the best EU mid laners, move him into the ADC position so you can make room for the best mid laner in Europe?
I think there's a better likelihood the team crashes and burns and fails than succeeds. Can it work? Yes, of course. It's the whole point of super teams. But I'm not going to buy into the hype yet. Once they prove to me it'll work, then I will believe that G2 can finally be good on the international scene consistently. But until then, it's a super team curse that I'm more afraid of.
So I was looking for a lot of teams, and I thought G2 looked the most interesting. They play the same kind of way that I want to play. They have like a very aggressive mindset, and I want to try to go more ham and just like force mistakes and make your own mistakes, but then also get an advantage and try to get it snowballing.
Trying to get the shutdown goal. Cagel is worth so much money, but look at the burst damage. Caps isn't done yet. He's got one, he's got two, he's gonna get taken down. Caps is coming as well. Oh, right through the wall. Sleeping Trouble, bubble! Nemesis, now he dashes forward Protobelt, uses the ulti, insta-cleanse from Caps, Paddle Star onto Nemesis.
Baiting him in, Pyrian does the double dash forward, Cap says, hey, maybe I have the opportunity here, does get locked up, they're gonna keep going for a little bit more, are they gonna be able to burn him down, but no, the perfect stun! Fear beyond death! They're just going onto the back, they're looking, oh my god! A great flag! G2, the perfect team fight! They take it all! G2 will silence anyone that doubted them, and they will fight for the title in Rotterdam!
Actually, I think it's get the game record time. Okay, we have 3 minutes to go mid and run it down again though. Like, okay, should we didn't end, but it's still record time if we run it down mid fast. I think Tam will as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Twitch chat, press F to pay respects because OG's funeral is coming up. Alfari gets one, he gets the base. The team, before 20 minutes, is looking for it. G2 Esports are looking at the Nexus. Origin, they're trying to fight back, but they cannot do it. Origin of crumbling to G2. Europe appeals to its champion, G2 Esports. The world awaits G2.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Team Liquid made changes to their roster.
Hi, I am Jensen, the new mid laner for Team Liquid.
I want to announce that we're going to have Core JJ as a starting member of our League of Legends team. I am here with Core JJ. Congratulations on being our Spring Split 2019 MVP.
Makes that a very scary carry threat as Impact goes in. The wall comes out. Core JJ into the back. They'll be able to find that enemy carry, and definitely is down. Team Liquid's already won the fight, but how much more can they find? Contracts wants to get himself away. The passive will be wasted here. He goes into the Bloblets and only buys a couple of extra seconds. Golden Guardians will not make anything else happen. In fact, they stick around way too long. They're going to lose Froggen. They're going to lose Ole. They're going to lose everything as they cannot get out. I do not know why this team hesitated.
He spots Acadian with the Void Seeker. Is this the play? Into the back line. Shooting is gone. 1-0, but Broken Blade wants to answer back. Can't get it yet. Looks at Jensen. No, 2-0. Answered one back by Sven. Now running away. 4v3 on the map.
Smithy is down. Acadian has no smite, though. They want to try to finish this, but Acadian's so low.
Sven is gone. He goes down. Team Liquid win the fight.
Jensen is just enormous at this point of the game. No one can contest Jensen's LeBlanc. He is hungry for his first title.
The Urchin's gonna fall. The rest of his team is gone. Team Liquid tie the record. It's 3 LCS titles in a row. They are the Super Team.
Despite their domestic win, it was hard to expect a lot from Team Liquid going into MSI. They looked like a powerful team packed with talent. On paper, they were NA's best shot at international success. But NA fans have been disappointed too many times.
Go slow, Beard, don't die! Yeah, I have shield.
The Nexus is dying to all these super minions, and Misfits are going to do it.
They're going to rush the Nexus. These World's rookies, these upstarts with the Nexus open, these Misfits push themselves straight into the quarterfinals. And there it is. An EU beats NA on the day. Not just once, though. TSM may have beaten them in the first game this time, but revenge is there for all of Europe, it seems.
And going into MSI, it was clear that the meta favored fast, aggressive teams who played around strong solo laners. Teams like Invictus Gaming, the defending world champions, and SKT, the returning Korean kings. Team Liquid might have looked good on paper, but a lot of NA fans were still thinking about just how big the gap seemed.
The thing that IG does really well is they correctly assess like early game win conditions of their composition and enemy composition like way better than anyone else, right? So they would come in and it would be like, okay, they're the ones who can see that Hitler will become like the dictator at the very, very beginning, and they kill him as a baby. That's how good they are at shutting down enemy team strategies.
I just don't think that anyone's going to be able to get ahead far enough over SKT to stop them from being, as a team of 5 players, just better in a 5-on-5 situation.
For Team Liquid, the group stage went somewhat as expected. They swept Fangfu Buffalo, split with G2 and Flash Wolves, and didn't take a game off of IG or SKT. Still, it was Doublelift's first time out of groups at an international event.
I mean, it feels amazing. I don't know what to say. Like everything that I did and everyone that I interacted with my whole career, like all the things that happened, it led to this. So I just feel really grateful. I feel really, really happy, but also really peaceful.
But Invictus Gaming tore through the group stage. In fact, they had the best record in MSI history, going 9-1 with only a single loss to SKT. They looked like exactly what the world was afraid of. IG won Worlds and didn't make any changes to their roster. Simply put, they looked unstoppable.
If IG tries to continue the fight, they are going to be 4 versus 5, but the shot goes and it's killing free. Where is Steve found? No way!
The Shy, meanwhile, on Kennen does have teleport, and they're using the Realm up right into the Baron to force it!
That was spotted. Now, of course, it is the ward inside the payment TPUs. They're going to burn this one down, but they will be attacked just barely in time. Is the Jung's going to get into range? The flash over the wall. The spite's going to land. That's Baron for Invictus Gaming, and here comes the team fight. Slicing Maelstrom over the top. They've picked up 1 kill already. Traded back, though, as the Akali jumps in for a kill. Another for Jaculov, already onto a triple. He's slaughtering Flash Wolves. He finds the Quadra. Not since Bangkok Titans got crushed 4 years ago. Invictus Gaming smashed the world record. They smash SKT, and IG are 4-0.
So when they picked Team Liquid for their semi-final opponent, it seemed like a foregone conclusion.
I think, feel like Team Liquid could be more competitive in this series than some of the voices I've heard around, but I think Invictus Gaming are the huge, overwhelming favorites. I have them down as 3-1.
We've already seen IG in group stages and regular seasons be a little bit more loose, and then in playoffs, really turn it on. That's happening today. IG will 3-0 Team Liquid.
I got a mini game for you, TL. Fnatic had the fastest world championship against IG, just lasts longer than Fnatic did. You're looking at 89 minutes. I think it's gonna be a 3-0, but just try to hold on.
But things didn't work out the way everyone expected.
Team Liquid, without their big engage mechanism, is going to have a very difficult time defending it. And then here we go. Pop Blossom takes Ning down. It's IG on the run. A double kill over the Impact. Valon's also going to follow as Xmithie will too. IG now in full retreat. The Shy's going to be caught. There's your stun you're looking for. Rookie and the Shy coming in from the side. This could be big from the Shy. Xmithie's in some trouble, getting himself away just barely. But a nice kick from Ning into Core JJ. Ning's in some trouble. He's going to be taken down first. Core's still alive, but now he falls too. A shockwave to 3. Good lord, man. That's Jensen making the move. But Jackie strikes back. Jensen falls. Jackie falls. And this game is just a bloodbath. Rookie will say thanks for the leash, boys. But ultimately, Balon, what are you doing? Ning, where are you at? IG teleports themselves right on top of Team Liquid, only to be counterattacked instantly. The Shy will do nothing from here. Taken down. One more auto attack seals the deal. A double over to Xmithie. Jackie loves your next target. More damage coming through. Xmithie seals his fate. A triple for the Skarner.
Jensen flashes over the wall. He's going to survive. Impact is here. Xmithie's going to get the stun.
Rookie in some trouble. He tries to stay alive. He's almost about outplay Xmithie, but not quite yet. The damage isn't there. Balon, the last remaining member of Invictus Gaming, and Team Liquid finds their ace. Still looking to maybe find this fight. Xmithie's going to be put to sleep, but Jackie's going to be put on the ground. Double goes legendary. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Liquid will do it. Haters, be silent. Expectations, be damned. One of the biggest moments in League of Legends history as Team Liquid take down the reigning world champs.
Liquid's win against IG was probably the most significant victory in the history of NA League of Legends. And it was one of the biggest upsets the game has ever seen. Now, let's talk about G2. The thing to understand about this roster is that they weren't just a dominant domestic team. They conquered Europe by being one of the most creative teams in the world. They flexed picks and used unorthodox strategies. They even played funnel in the finals, despite Riot's attempts to patch the strat out of the game.
Here's the thing. They can play whatever the fuck they want. It's unbelievable. So... And then you have a really creative coaching staff that also allows them with their madness. They pick heroes because they like the skin, not because it makes sense in their setup. It doesn't make any sense.
And at MSI, they only got more creative.
This is a squad that will go for aggressive plays, that will make moves that other teams are like, that's a 60-40, maybe we shouldn't do that. G2 says 60-40, that's 10 more in our favor than we need.
It's like what Spawn was talking about in game number 1 of our cast. It's this idea of the creativity, that they don't play standard League of Legends, that they will change up the tempo of the game, the course of the game, and they will force you to play reactive, they will force you to play on their terms.
G2 played a high-risk, high-reward style at MSI. Sometimes that was enough to beat SKT. Other times, it meant dropping games to Fengvu. So heading into the semifinals against SKT, G2 were confident. But analysts had no idea what to predict.
I think like the sentiment is that there's more questions than there are answers coming into this best of 5. Because I agree with everything that Azael, Raz, and Shox are talking about. But you know, after yesterday, the 2-0 victory that G2 had over SKT feels like it means nothing now.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think a lot is up in the air given the victory for TL over IG and kind of that ramp up for SKT near the end.
All right, the Dazzle will not find a target. G2 are so low. Jankos has got to be very, very careful. Wonder fencing his chances. Already gets one. That's a second kill for G2. Vanguard's itch buys some time, but look at Teddy. He's flashed away to the right. Faker is down. Taken out by Caps. But at what cost? Here comes Clint. Dragon Strike as well as the Karma Cube. Picks up a kill. Now Teddy's running onto Perks. He's got double buffs available. A look at the power chords from Perks. He's in so much trouble. Instantly taken down by Teddy. A little bit of an exchange here. Caps has already used the perfect execution. Goes all the way back in with the flip. 5-point strike. Picks up a kill into Mata. Now Yango's looking for the stun. That's a double kill for Caps. He flashes over the wall. But here comes Korn. Charges into him for devastating effect. Faker is not done. He's got himself a Mega Gnar ulti. Here comes Wonder. Gnar into the wall. Into the crunch. The wallop. Faker gets a reply, but it doesn't matter. 5-man party in the chicken cap. And SKT are running for their lives. Caps is trying to find the kill. Mata's in trouble. Faker's low, but they've already got one into Mata. Where is Teddy? Follow his HP bar. Khan flashes up the wall. Teddy's dead. Jankos is in the pit. G2 Esports have been gifted and donated a Baron from SKT. That's a dunk from Wonder. Death from below for the double, for the ace, for the Baron. The gap be damned. Champions can fall. Gods can bleed. Where were you when the West rose up to conquer champions? G2 Esports eliminates SK Telecom. North America face Europe at the MSI Finals.
It was a finals that no one could have predicted. NA versus EU, League's oldest and most memeable rivalry. One that has not mattered on this scale since Season 2. A Western team was guaranteed to lift the trophy.
We saw at the top of the show talking about this EU-NA rivalry, that it's existed since before Season 1. To me, the most exciting thing about this chapter of it is it's no longer EU and NA fighting over table scraps. They are now fighting to be the best in the world.
But in the end, that tournament, that moment, belonged to G2.
Comes the dunk, and here's the engage by Wonder once again as they look for these kills. A big Charm to knock him in the back line. It's already one kill. Make it a second as the Team Liquid members are falling fast and furious. G2 Esports, in commanding fashion, will take game one. Attempt for impact. They find a slow. They find almost the stun, and Yanko's going to burn the stopwatch. This could be the team fight. In they go as he's still slicing Maelstrom. And it is just that, slicing up Team Liquid. And suddenly it's one versus the world, and he cannot stop it. G2 looking at a sub 30-minute win, and they are a single game away from your first ever MSI trophy.
We are playing fucking good. Yeah. I feel like every lane is not losable. Yeah. Clearing and we have good matchups though. Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy, right? But we are one game away from winning MSI.
G2 unwilling to be stopped. The turret still in their eyes. Feathers fly. And G2 will pull back. That's a big stun. That's a big engage. Oh my gosh, look at the fight. They look for kill number 4. This might be an ace inside of the base, inside of 18 minutes.
And G2 rip through the hearts of Team Liquid and North American fans as they secure themselves in the top of the world.
This is what peak League of Legends looks like, and it comes from Europe. A world record. G2 Esports 3-0 will win MSI 2019.
Wonder said it would be the fastest international BO5 ever played, and he was right. But while the finals were a disappointment for NA, both Western teams got to go home with their heads held high. At Worlds 2018, the West proved they could go toe-to-toe with the best, and some analysts dared to dream.
It's exciting and it's hopeful. I think it would be crushing if Korea just bounced back and then started destroying everybody again. But it is great to see that after a couple of years of development and growth, that these other regions that have been playing second fiddle to LCK can finally compete. Now we need to see consistency before I'm truly going to buy into this hype train that there's parity and that gap is closed.
But at MSI, the West proved they could win.
I mean, we've had our 2 best international results ever, now back to back. That is extremely promising. I think that is so exciting, you know, as far as a time to be an NA fan. And, you know, and I look back to Fnatic, you know, making finals last year at Worlds, and they got blasted, right? And Caps is now here winning an international title and showing people that it is achievable. It's not just that, you know, if you're a Western team, if you're from EU or NA, you are only playing for scraps. You can actually be the best team in the world, and I think, you know, G2 has shown that, and that's so exciting.
Now, has the gap really closed? Well, that kind of depends on how you define the gap. Korea and China still have an incredible depth of talent that the West just doesn't. So if you pit the 5th place teams in each region against each other, it probably wouldn't be close. And that means Eastern teams will still get better practice in their home regions. Come Worlds, North American and European hopefuls will still have a hell of a mountain to climb. But this is a huge change in the conversation. Western teams will always have to work extremely hard to beat their Eastern rivals. After all, we're talking about the very best teams in the world. But when it comes to each region's best, the days of China and Korea being utterly unbeatable are over. When Worlds 2019 kicks off, every major region should believe that they can win. Because they can. And if you love League of Legends, there's nothing more exciting than that.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.